Okay, let's go. We have an unboxing for a set that I've been listening to for like 3 weeks. So I just boxed it back up and now I'll unbox it again so that I can put the video on the channel. This is the Fatfreq Grand Maestro Anniversary Edition, and this is the website for Fatfreq. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. It looks similar to the regular one. I don't recall the color. That might have been blue or black. But it definitely didn't say Anniversary Edition, so it's quite heavy actually. Take the outer sleeve off. Take this down. Got the Fatfreq logo on the top. Don't mind Ice Cube in the background. And that comes off. Put that right there. I actually did the video when I first unboxed it. It was all wrapped up in plastic, but moving the GoPro, different stuff, I ended up losing the video. Or deleting, I'm not really sure which. You open it up, it's got a protective layer on the top. And it has, like the previous Anniversary Edition, the box is similar. It's got something a little bit different though. You open it up. Now I repacked this, so I don't recall. I think I might have done it wrong because I don't remember this door being open. I think it was all flush. And it might be because of this right here. So open this up. So if you put that down, that goes flat. It's probably how it came. These might have been in there. It's possible. You got the protective booties right here. Open it up, and then you've got the IEMs, which are built like tanks. These really are. They're large, but because of the way that the way that I use IEMs, it doesn't that doesn't bother me. It's the wings on here that sometimes jut out. It says, I think it says, this is HBB right there. It does. Or is that a serial number? I don't really know which one. I think it's okay. I can see HBB. Very, very, very subtle on this little inner. That's the outside right there. This is the, I think it's called the Super Space Module. That's not, maybe that's not right. Super Soundstage Module, something like that. This is supposed to give you more sense of space. It's very large. There's some people that don't like this. I think it looks cool because how many IEMs that look like your other IEMs do you really need? I don't mind this. It's kind of an industrial look. I think it looks actually super cool. It's built quite well. An improvement on the previous version is that dip switch, vocal switch, kind of stuck out, and it could hit your ear. It didn't bother me, but when I played around with it a little, I could see how it would. This is down on the inside, but you can still hit it. So this is a much, much better design. It is a recessed 2-pin. I love the design. I think it looks dope. I've listened to this actually a lot. I haven't had any issues with long listening sessions. Then you've got the other one that's on the other side. See if I can get this out. So when you get dinged on YouTube because you're using a song and they can hear it in the background, they say it's not going to impact the view count. But I just did a video on the main channel. And it exhibited the same thing as what happened prior. And I'm just saying this for people that might use music in the background. I did the RSB Mark II, and I got a lot of interactions with it, but after like the first 12 hours, it just kind of fell through the floor. The exact same thing just happened with the Horizon. Like it started out normal, go to bed, wake up in the morning. It's got a claim on it that says copyrighted because of Ice Cube. Oh no, it was Kendrick Lamar actually, and it doesn't impact the viewing, but the money goes towards so and so, which I don't really mind. But that's the 2 times that's happened in the past. So they did something with the algorithm. Something has changed. When you get that warning and they say they're going to keep the money, but don't worry about visual, that's not true. That's the second time that's happened, and then There's no other ones that's happened to. So if you listen to music in the background and you do videos like I'm doing right now, I don't care about this channel. But that's a marked difference. Thumbs up, comments seem to be normal because they all come splashing in really quick. And then boom, the recs from YouTube. So the percentage of the video that's viewed, the length of it that's viewed, the interaction versus how many views it gets, the engagement rate, all that's up, but they just don't even rec it anymore. But other vids with lower metrics are getting wrecked. So pay attention, don't play background music, which is what I'm doing right now. So this again, moving along, I love actually the design of this. I prefer this over the original. It's weighty, it's built quite strong. I like the way that sticks out. The very subtle little plate right in there. It's a very, very nicely designed set. Let me put that down. Open up this trapdoor. Yeah, this is definitely more like what happened. See if I can get this up. This is oh, that's right. That's what it looked like. That was the cover for that. Okay. So on the inside you have a tip case when it looks like, I like this because these are clearly wide bore. Yeah? Yeah. Narrow. It's narrow. These would be the tips that you've got. This has got, I think it's called Connex, where you can change the end of the cable. And this looks like, God, MMCX, it should die. 2.5, which is not so common. I think 3.5, and then it's got 4.4 on it. Then you've got the silver and blue, or the black and blue module. I don't know if I've ever heard the silver module before. So you got 3 modules, plus you've got the big fat one that's right here. So you've got, I think all of the modules that are available come with it. It's a $5,500 set, so you would hope so. And full disclosure, this was sent to me for free. They've sent several things to me for free. This is one of them. Now that it's done the way it's supposed to be done, is it because the N-bombs and stuff in the music that I listen to that YouTube is doing that? If I was listening to Coldplay, would that be like the same thing? I don't know. Maybe they're picking up those words. So it says Grand Maestro has HBB on it. I don't know if they're doing this for everybody. At that price range, you would think so. I am actually a very big fan of this cable. It says that it's got all kinds of different stuff going on, and you're thinking, well, you should read that. And I'm thinking, you got internet too, so why don't you go ahead and do that by yourself. This is the end. It's 4.4, and you can see I can slide that off, and I can switch this to 2.5 or 3. Yeah, or 3.5. And then you can see the completely different strand materials inside there. Palladium, gold, copper. I think I just nailed what they actually are. It's very easy to manage. I like the looks of it. I think that you can get Pentacon for the, and here's the Y split. It's a very nice looking cable. And then we get down to the end. Yeah, Ice Cube's dropping N-bombs. Maybe that's maybe him and Kendrick. That's my fault. But that's definitely impacting the channel. I'm going to have to pay attention more on the main channel. So the Y-split is... love this cable, but when the Y-split does that, or the chin slider, it limits its effectiveness. It would be nicer if this would be something that would be a little stiff and slide, because people usually run this behind their back and cinch it up, not in front, on the back. So if it's just sliding down when it's got, like when you're walking, it's a little bit less. So, but I don't use that. So on this end of the termination, I can actually unscrew this 2-pin, and I can switch this to an MMCX, which I would never do, but I could. And I think they also have Pentacon options. So there's a lot of expensive sets that have that. Would this be a cable that you might want to keep and hold on to for a while? I actually like it. I roll cables with all the time, but I like this one. Let me see if I can show you what's right. Yeah, the more I listen to this. Yeah. He's dropping N-bombs, talking about murder and white people. I can see how that might go that way. Now let me show you why this isn't a problem for me. You see that it sits out pretty good, but for me, the way that I wear earphones, it's basically a two-way suspension system. The tip is fat because I use CP. I got big pipes. So one point of secure is in the ear hole, and that's got to be fully sealed because I need my bass. And then the second is over the ear, and that's where it's actually hanging. So it's like a 2-point pivot right there. So how far out it comes this way, I really don't care. This area right here, which can sometimes have a wing, now that can be a legit concern for me. A matter of fact, let's see if I can find a set in. Yeah, that actually doesn't have it. I don't have any near me. How about this one? Yeah, the Astera. All my favorite sets don't have that. Go figure. So it is a big boy, but when you're using the tip as a secure point and then you're using the ear hooks as a second one, it doesn't really matter. You're obviously not going to sleep with that, and then people are going to see you got something in your ear. But I can't possibly tell you how little I give a fuck about what somebody behind me is thinking. So when people talk about, oh, that's kind of, I wouldn't want people seeing me wearing that. But listen, if you're wearing earphones and headgear out in public, there's certain people that are going to look at you like a nerd anyway. So why would you give a crap if they thought you were kind of a nerd or a total nerd? There's no really rankings going on there. You're a nerd or you're not. Just let it go. Embrace your inner geek. What am I putting these away for? Let me put this back over here. I had these unboxed up an hour ago. So that's the buds. That's the cable. These are the booties that come in. I totally blew it when it came to how it was packed. That was definitely in there. I think this might have been in here with the cable. Maybe the cable was in here. And the buds were in here. Now that I put that in there, I look at that. Put that in there. So kind of reverse engineering this. So the buds would have been in there. And then covered with this nice little thing. And then the cable would be wound up. Let's test my little science theory right there. So remember, those would be inside there. True story. That's what happened. These actually go inside there. And now, because I'm not dumb, but I'm kind of giving myself more work to do, let me take these out because I'm going to listen to them. And then I'll close this back up. Oh, one other thing that I didn't tell you about. This comes with another box, smaller box. And it's got a no skid bottom on there. It's got a little fan in here with a 12 volt, I guess, and it blows air in and keeps it dry. Do you need that? No, but I got a lot of stuff on my desk I don't need. It's kind of a nice touch, and you could use other IEMs that are maybe more sensitive, like metal shell. These are metal shell, but like some sets seem to be prone to that. Thinking about Melee, my own collaboration, some other sets. After you listen to them, if this set doesn't give you any problems, you could stick whatever condensation-ing prone set that you've got and use this as kind of a dryer at night. It's actually a smart idea. I don't know if they sell just dryers only. Hold on just a second. Okay, you don't need to witness this. You just did. Too late. Okay, that's it. I'm out. Thank you to Fat Frequency. This is $5,500. I think it sounds fantastic. It's built like a tank. I love the looks of it, actually. Total fan of it. I hear they've got a Founders Edition, which doesn't. I'm confused. But this one is listed still up right now, and it's $5,500. $500, and it's one of the better sets that I've got. And at the very end of this video, because most people probably left, and if you're thinking, I thought you weren't going to do any more fat frequency videos. I still don't know if I'm going to do a review for this set, but if I took every company that I had some kind of issue with, big or small, and then just said I'm not going to review them anymore, I'd be 50% of the way towards not being able to get any content. There's some stuff I can't get past, and then there's other stuff that I can just lean on the music, give an opinion on that, stay out of the weeds, and let the public decide if I'm being too one way or the other. You guys can see it anyway. So as I'm not even gassing you up. If you watch somebody 10, 20, 30, 40 times, you can tell if they're sick, you can tell if they're moving quickly, you can tell if there's something going on, and you can tell if their opinion is overly negative of a particular set or overly enthusiastic. Like there's I love this set, and then there's holy shit, he's giving a blowjob to this company. Like you can see that. I believe that you can see that. I believe I'm very, very easy to see when it comes to stuff like that. So I'll probably end up doing a video for this because I think you could see if I'm on my knees or not. Like I'm one of the easier people to read in this hobby. So that's kind of a good thing for you. And it's a good thing for me because I don't need to think like I'm faking the funk, because you would know it probably before I even realized it. So there's that. And I'm rambling. So I'm out.